somebody with the byline Henry Root used to write spoof letters to important people, sending them up. But I used to write letters also, but mine weren't a send-up, although they may appear to be a send-up. I remember once when I was about 13, lying awake on Christmas night, wondering why there was a gap in the calendar, why Christmas wasn't the start of the new year. After all, it was AD we're into now, and everything was marked from then. So I thought, who shall I write to? Well, the person in charge was the Archbishop of Canterbury in England and the Pope in the rest of the world, I thought. So I hadn't got a stamp to send anything abroad, so I wrote to the Archbishop of Canterbury and asked him to discuss it with the Pope as well. And I said, can you look into this, please? I didn't get anything back at all from him. And then some years later, I read an article, I was about 18 at the time, 17, in the Daily Mail, which was slagging off Marcel Duchamp and modern art generally, and saying what a load of rubbish it all was. I wrote an angry letter to them and to the editor, and I said, why don't you try to make some modern art? And you know, it may be good, but if send me examples of it and I'll tell you what I think. And he didn't reply either. But the most upsetting one to getting no reply at all, in fact there's more than that, was my first girlfriend, Sarah. Sarah was cheeky, and I loved her. She was 17 and still at the high school when we met. And I remember one day on a Friday, standing there in a school uniform, looking stunning, sixth form uniform, and she said, what do you think? My house mistress has said that my skirt is too short and I've got to wear a longer one on Monday. So I took a step back and I said, well, I think she's right. So Sarah said, what are you going to do about it? So I said, I don't know, put you over my knee and smack your bottom, which Sarah said, oh yes please, when can we start? But Sarah was like that, very direct, and I loved her for it. But what she didn't like was when I accepted a place at Wolverhampton College of Art from Nottingham, because in those days they would take anybody. And they took me. I'd applied to 5 or 6 other colleges to do a degree course and didn't get into any of them. But they got into Wolverhampton, and she'd said before, please don't go there. My dad says Wolverhampton's a shithole, which is a bit unfair because some of it is, but a lot of it isn't. Anyway, when I took the place and told her I was going there, she then said, she rang off and said, I'm off on holiday to Newquay. And I never saw her again. I was absolutely devastated that summer. Anyway, so what did I do? I wrote her a letter. Return to sender. Return to sender. Return to sender. Return to sender. I gave a letter to the postman. He put it in his sack. Bright and early next morning, he brought the letter back. She wrote upon it, return to sender, address unknown, no such number, no such zone. We had a quarrel, a lover's spat. I like to say I'm sorry, my letter keeps coming back. So then I dropped it in the mailbox and sent it specially. Bright and early next morning, it came right back to me. She wrote upon it, return to sender, address unknown, no such person, no such zone. This time I'm gonna take it myself and put it right in her hand. And if it comes back the very next day, well, then I'll understand the writing on it. Return to sender, address unknown, no such number, no such zone. Return to sender, return to sender, return to sender, return to sender. Sarah Nielsen, that is for you, wherever you are.